Well, howdy, folks. How's it going today? I hope everybody's doing really good. Well, we had a couple projects stroll into the shop here, so I figured I'd shoot a video on, the upcoming events here, and this is going to be one of them. This is a Yamaha AE500. Really inexpensive guitars back in the day, but I got to tell you, this thing is well built and it's straight as an arrow. Uh, this guitar belongs to my cousin Ben. He was actually gifted this guitar by one of his friends. That it used to belong to the guy's father, and that's how his friend acquired it. And he knew Ben would play it, so there it is. It does play really nice. He said it was still tuned up to pitch when he got the guitar the other day, and still in tune as well. And the neck is just as straight as an arrow. So that tells me it's quite well built for an inexpensive guitar, especially. Kind of neat how they did the string tree here. Uh, I don't know. It's just different. I kind of like it, really. ABR style bridge, the rounded off saddles, nice touch. Got some rust on the pickup poles. It's just been neglected and sitting. It's got a three-way. Kind of a neat guitar, and I played it a little bit yesterday, and it's really, really true and really straight. It has had some damage, though, so that's what we got to fix. Now, you can see there's some paint chipped off in there. So that's actually that's more of like a finish crack, but it took a hit or it got sat on or something. There's no dings in the headstock or anything, so I don't think it fell. I think it might have just got, maybe crowded in the closet with weight on it, or maybe somebody sat on it accidentally, or who knows. So we have to fix that. Well, we're going to try to address that. Now, as you can see right there, there's a crack. There's actually a crack that goes in two directions right there. And it's right down the whole length of the heel. I was able to push in on the piece that's cracked, and I can actually kind of push that back in where it goes. So it did kind of crack through the finish, and I think it hooked a piece of wood. I think the finish is still stuck to the wood, so we're going to pump some fish glue in there and clamp it up and try to fix that. And then for this here, I think what I will do is probably take some, gloss black paint and maybe a small artist brush, tape everything off, and try to just do that with a fine brush in there just to cover it up. And, it's not going to look like factory, but, we're talking about maybe a $300 guitar here. I think it was less than that new back in the day. I think this is got some age to it. So anyway, that's project number one. I'll probably do this one first. It is double bound too, really neat. And like I said, everything seems to work great. We're going to clean the pots on it. Probably clean those pickup poles up a little bit. And let's take a look at the back. It needs a good buffing. It's got a few little scratches and some wear. Nothing too major. But it is bound. The neck's bound. The fretboard is bound, I should say. The tuners seem to work quite nice. And there's the serial number and model number. Very neat guitar. I think they made these for somewhere around 4 years or something like that. It wasn't a long production of them. So I do kind of like the F-holes too. Those are kind of cool. All right, so let's look at the other one. Okay, so what we got here is a Squire Affinity tele. All right. I believe this is made in China. It's a pretty nice little guitar, really. This also belongs to my cousin Ben. He just picked this up the other day as well. It had a Bigsby on it. The guy that he purchased this from, From what he told me, he said this guy had all kinds of guitars that he'd modded, and he was a tinkerer. So anyway, the back pickup's not working. We took the Bigsby off because it was really cheap and cheesy. The front pickup ohmed out pretty nice. Now, there's some funky wiring going on in here as well. I can see a cap on the volume pot bridged across two things. I'm guessing he was going for the treble bleed. But in any case, I think we're just going to rewire this. The owner wants it wired back to a stock Telecaster. I'm kind of with him on that. I mean, they work just fine, stock, in my opinion. And when it doesn't fit the bill, I usually just get a different guitar. But that's me. But, there's nothing wrong with modding them either. Then you have a guitar you could use all night if you wish. So anyway, we got to fix that. I'm not sure if the pickup's dead or not. I did put an ohm meter right on the wires on the back, and I couldn't get it to read at all. This one was up around 7 or so, like 7 ohms of resistance, I should say. So pretty hot. I guess they're probably not, like custom shop pickups or Seymour Duncans, but he said it did sound okay. So we got to do that. He's also mentioned that he may not put it back together with gold parts. And he also mentioned that this pick guard looked pretty corny. And I mentioned maybe just putting a black guard on it and then leave the gold. I think that might look kind of cool. So we're going to, kind of play that by ear. We also talked about putting something over the holes, maybe making a plate, out of aluminum or steel, and paint it black if we went with the black guard. It's either that or we're going to have to fill the holes or just leave them there and go with it. I'm not sure if he's going to hang on to this or if he's just going to flip it or what he's doing, but in any case, we're going to get it back in standard Telecaster order and just get it so it'll function good. This stuff can come at a later date, and he can pull that off himself. As far as the holes, well, I don't know. We'll see when we get there, but like I said, I'll shoot a video of each of these repairs and just kind of go through the motions, but I figured I'd at least give you a preview of what's coming up here. If it's something you're interested in, you can check it out. Shouldn't be a big deal. I may have a tele pickup somewhere. I'll have to look. We'll figure something out either way and get this thing so it's singing like a bird again. Okay, folks, well, that's pretty much it. I got one other project going too. I got the Jeep in here. I hate doing this stuff, but the body mount down here pushed up through because it was rusted. And I noticed it was kind of sagging on the front side over here. And I heard a banging sound the other day when I was going on the camp road. So that's going to be a project. I've lifted it up with a chain fall already and plocked it up. So that's about where it should be sitting. And before it was down half of that distance in between the tire and the fender flare. So always something, folks. You know how it is. All right, well, like I said, I'll get another video up on these other guitars. I'll probably do one video and just fix them both. We'll see how it goes. At least that's the plan. Okie doke, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Be good.